Hey folks, and welcome. Today we're going to have a look at a brand new release from Fort Circle Games. This is a game designed by Volko Ruhnke. It's something that a lot of us have been looking forward to because anything Volko designs is worth a look. This is Hunt for Blackbeard, simulating the true events of 1718. And Fort Circle has done a really nice job on everything that they've done that I've seen so far. I know this is late, but, Fort Circle kind of got boned by a variety of circumstances that resulted in some delays. This looks like roughly a 2.5 or 2.25 inch box, so it's a little thicker than what we would expect. And this is apparently game number 4. So looking at the back of the box, we can see that it's a 2-player game, can be played in 30 to 45, I take that as minutes. Ages 14 plus. So we've got all kinds of fancy pieces in here too. So without further ado, let's open her up and see what it looks like. I was extremely impressed by the depth of the historical material and artifacts that were included in Sailboats for Women. So hopefully they'll have done something cool here. Alright, so we have a huge pile of components, including blocks, which I don't know that they're Heidi type blocks, but these are embossed blocks. So let's take a look at some of these pieces. And we got a whole bag of D6s here as well. There's 10 D6s, black and red. Alright, so these are some pretty cool meeples, if you ask me. I'm not 100% sure I've seen meeples quite this fancy. So these are, there's a bunch of these, and of course it's about black. There's some cubes and stuff too. It's about Blackbeard, so obviously we're going to have some ships. We've got a couple different colors of ships here, blue, white, or black, white, and red. In addition to the blocks and some actual little, I don't know if we're calling those meeples or not, I'm going to. And a couple different colors of black stuff. So nice looking pieces. These are wood, which is always luxurious. Now, I got to tell you, folks, don't eat this silica gel packet. It probably tastes bad in addition to being probably something you shouldn't eat. So bear that in mind. All right, so let's see what the fairly full box contains besides a rather large bag of parts. So we have game rules. We also, we have 3 booklets here. Let's throw down the map first. There's like a ton of stuff here. Holy cow. Okay. So map first. And then we'll look at the boards. Or the books. Relatively small map. Here is the map. That said, in addition to the map, we also get 2-player screens, and unlike some other ones I've seen, these are on the super heavy, like, board style cardboard. So these are super thick, and the board's really nice too. It's got these little recessed areas for the pieces to go in. We also get these 2 tracking boards. This one shows, this is the Hunter's mat, and this is the Blackbeard mat. So these are also, once again, on that super thick stuff. Let's take a quick look at the books before we get into the large pile of player aids. So, learn to play. So, glossy paper, reasonably large print, full color, single column. This book is 28 pages, paper quite thick. These are called pawns. I had forgotten that. Okay, anyway. So there's all kinds of illustrations in here, pretty heavily illustrated. And this is the Learn to Play book. In addition to that, we get an actual rule book, which is actually thinner. This is 20 pages, okay, and same format, thick paper, thick shiny paper, profusely illustrated, single column, print is fairly large. And we've got some guidelines in the back, including using the tiles, commandeered assets, and an index on the back. And there is a third book, The Historical Supplement and Designer's Note. Always like to see this kind of stuff, and my expectations are high. All right, so this is The Man, the Myth, the Legend by Kevin Duffus, author of The Last Days of Blackbeard the Pirate. So they got real historians at work here behind this game. And there's a lot here from this author. This is about a 20-page book, too. All right, and in the back, last couple of pages, we do have Volko's designer's notes. There's Volko. All the credits are back here as well. Graphic designer Mark Rodrigue, who always does fine work as far as I've ever seen. We do have sheet 1 of 3 front here. Oh, okay. So we get, I'm not even going to call them counters, we're going to call them tiles because that's what they're called in the game. We get 3 of these punch boards. These I would probably describe as marker counters of some kind, and then the other 2 are these tiles that I believe you draw from a pile of which and things happen. Very nice. I've always kind of liked this, I'll punch this one out, I guess. I always kind of liked this kind of tile format, and these are on what I would characterize as almost absurdly thick brown core stock. And everything is also pre-rounded, so those of us who insist on playing with civilized corners will have to do basically no work to get this prepped. All right, additional player aids, of which there, oh boy, okay, so, wow, okay, so let's look at this. So here is a sequence of play cards which has the action menus for both Blackbeard and the Hunters. And on the back, you've got this Encounters Guide, a legend for the map, and we do have 2 of those. In addition to that, we have some foldouts, a planning map, okay, with a little guide to the tiles and stuff. There aren't cards in this, there are tiles instead. And then this one is probably... this is another historical aid, actually. This is... So there's this is the planning map. This is another planning map, but inside this one, this is blank, we do have its true events. So you can see all the different locations that are cited in the historical background booklet placed in their geographical context. That's quite nice. In addition to that, we have a timeline. And not just any timeline, a 4-panel timeline of events in the hunt for Blackbeard. This is single-sided. It's on a glossy stock, fairly heavy. Quite nice. Really nice presentation here. Game looks terrific. And, you know, it's Volko, so don't be shocked if it's terrific, but also don't be shocked if... Volko manages to change the complexion of the entire historical gaming hobby once again with a marvelous piece of design work, something he has done more than once in the past. So, Hunt for Blackbeard looks great. Should be pretty easy to play, judging from a glance at the rules, and easily playable in under an hour, which also sounds fantastic. So, thanks for watching. I should mention that this copy was provided to me, I forgot to mention this up front, by Fort Circle Games. So thank you, Kevin, at Fort Circle, and thanks to Volko for thinking of me when it came time to send things around to media big shots like myself. So, and thank you for watching.